Namaste guys, welcome to another aerial yoga class. With these classes, I'm not trying to put them in any order, going from easy to difficult. They're just random classes that I'm recording as they come up. So you may find some you'll find quite easy and manage the whole class. Others, there may be one or two poses or things that we're doing that you'll find a bit difficult. But do what you can do well, and what you can't do, just make an effort to work towards doing it, and that's how the improvement comes. Okay, sitting in front of the mat, just in front of your sling, let's just check in with the body first. So bring your hands into your lap, closing your eyes, taking a full deep breath high to the crown of the head. Keep the chest open. On an exhale, let the chin drop slightly forward. And let's just check in through the senses, listen, hear the sound of your breath. Let that listening go out into the space around you, hear any sounds out there that you can. And bring the awareness back to the body, check in with the breath again. Follow your next inhale down into the chest, feel the movement of the inhale. Feel the movement of the exhale. Notice the change in the touch of the clothing as you breathe. Then drop your awareness down underneath you. Feel the sits bones grounding themselves. Feel the earth rising up to support you. Bring the awareness up through the front of the body, just feeling the touch of the air against your skin. Taking a little lick of your lips, look for any taste you can find on them. And follow your next inhale into your nose, look for any fragrance on the air. And coming back to the breath, lift tall on an in-breath again. And then just taking a couple of complete full inhalations, complete exhalations, gently drawing that belly button in. On the exhale to push out as much air as you can, then filling down into the belly and then up to the collarbones. Take another 2 rounds. And on the end of the second round, on the exhale, let the chin drop into the chest. Okay, hands up onto the top of the knees. Slowly open the eyes, roll the shoulders back. Find that length on the back of your neck. And then lifting slowly, look up to the roof, find the length on your throat. Good, head to upright, right ear dropping towards the right shoulder. And over the top, left ear to left shoulder. Get back up to the center, bringing the fingertips onto the top of the shoulders, squeezing the elbows around to the front, work with breath, exhale. As you inhale, lift the elbows up over the top, roll them around the back. Exhale, through to the front. Inhale, up over the top. Take one more round. And then come to stop with the elbows squeezed together in the front. Changing that direction. Inhale as you go down now. Exhale, over the top. Inhale down. Exhale, over the top. One more round. And then hold that squeeze together in front again. Light touch of the elbows to each other. Push them away. Good, release. Elbows open. Hands on top of each other. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more round. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale back to the top. Okay, diving back into your sling. Bring the legs back into cross-legged position and just gently pull the knees down towards the ground, arching into the back, lifting the belly button, lifting the heart. Drawing the knees down towards the floor. Good. Soften in your back. Take a quick change of the cross of your legs. Pull the knees down to the ground again. Lift the belly button, arch into the back. If you want to drop your head back now, you can. Okay, take a little lift up to the top. Pull with the arms. Bring your feet comfortably onto the mat and shift your bum back so it's underneath your hands. Feet open to the side of the mat. Dropping the knees to one side and then rolling up over the center to the other. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more round. And inhale, come back up onto the top. Bring both feet comfortably onto the mat. Turn the hands in towards each other so the palms are facing each other. And then push your knees away. Lift the hips. Right forward, come up onto your feet. Squeeze the knees together so you can feel that length on the top of the thigh. Good. Push back. Take your bum a little bit further back. Open up the legs to the side of the mat. Reach forward. Then slowly roll out to the right-hand side. Go out to the right-hand side as far as you can. Then roll your way back. Around to the left. Pull up on the left. Push the hands as far forward as you can. So focus on the hands and draw as big a circle as you can with your hands. Rolling around side to side. Good. And the next time you're up and out to the front, just push it out there, connect with the feet, push through the heels, toes back towards you, and then rolling in the other direction, going out to the left, round the back, up on the right hand side. Good. One more round. And there we are, back up to center. Reach out to the front, pointing the toes this time. Good. Bring the feet back together. Just release the hands, take a little shake out into the hands. Palms together, fingers to the sky, pull the wrists down, lift the elbows. And then rolling the back of the hands to touch, lifting the wrists, taking the elbows down. Okay, again, coming in from the front of the hammock. Finding your bind, lying back, checking in with that left leg, lift the left toes to touch the fabric just at your hand, and then release, and repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, number 8, hold it up there, try and keep that touch. Just feel the toes to the hand or to the fabric, and then release it down slowly to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 8, hold it up there. Try and find that touch, push through the heel, pull the toes towards you. Good. And release. Yeah, both legs together, seeing how we go with it. Lift, touch, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 8. Same again. Lift and hold, push the heels high, pull the toes down. Try and keep that touch to the fabric. Hold it there. Good. Nice work. Release. Release the arms. Come down to hang, just shake out into the fingertips. Okay, bringing your hands down next to the waist. Bring the right foot towards you on the floor. Lift the left foot and place it into the sling. And just let the leg swing gently from side to side. Okay, coming back to center. Pulling your foot into the sling, palms into the mat. Lift the hips away from the floor. Walk the shoulder blades together. And then bring that right knee up to your chest and turn your foot to face up to the roof. Then push up, straightening into that leg, lifting the hips at the same time, reaching the sole of the foot to the roof, and then soften in your knee. So the foot is going straight up and straight down. Keep going. 3, 4, 5. Number 6, push it up and hold. Take it up as high as you can. Hold it there. Good. Soften your knee. Bring your foot down to the floor. Press into the mat. Lift the hips a little higher. And try and feed your hands underneath your hips to take you into a deeper back bend. And rest there for a moment. Releasing the hips. And back down to the floor. Take the right foot up, place that into the sling. Release the left foot down to the mat. Hands, palms down next to your weight. Pull into the sling, press into the floor. Lift the hips. Adjust the shoulder blades. Then bring that left knee to the chest, the left foot up to the roof. Push up, lift the hips, and then bring your knee back to your chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, push it up and hold. Try and lift the hips a little higher. Hold it there. Good. Soften your knee, foot to floor. Lift the hips. Take your hands underneath for support. And then rest into the back bend for a moment. Lowering the hips down to the floor. Take both feet up into the sling and let your legs swing from side to side. Yeah, back to center and then putting the feet down into the heels. Draw your knees towards you. Lift the hands next to your shins. Tucking up, try and touch your fingertips to your ankles. And then release back to the mat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Number 8. Hold it up there. Pull the knees back towards you. Try and touch the fingertips to the ankles. Hold that touch. Hold it there. Good, nice work. Soften back to the mat. Hands behind the knees. Take the feet out of the sling. Then shift your behind to the top of the knees and just rock from side to side. Okay, hands back behind the knees. Push your feet away. Slowly lifting the upper body. Bring yourself up into Navasana, up into boat pose. Lifting the chest as you come up. Reaching the hands forward, adjusting so your knees line up with your elbows, ankles are at the height of the hands, and then slowly push away, bring your hands back to your knees, keep the chest lifted, try not to drop into your lower back, straighten into the legs, lift the hands to the ankles, hold it there, get hands back to knees, knees bend, knees back to elbows. And final effort, knees to shoulders. Draw in, lift the feet. Good. Bring your feet down onto the mat. Bring them in right close. Take a hug into the knees and just lift high into the back. And then bending forward, take your hands to bind down onto your ankles. Chin drops through. Squeeze the elbows back, pull the body through. Rest down towards the floor. Okay, nice work. Crossing the legs, reaching up, a nice high reach, double bind, couple of pull-ups here. Remember, you can use the legs to assist if you need to, lifting to take your chin over the sling. Come back down, or if you're happy to engage the core, pull the knees towards the chest, keep the feet lifted, and then lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6. Hold it up for a moment. Tuck your legs under and come down, sitting back onto your feet, releasing one of your binds, hands out to the front. Just tuck the toes under, push the weight back onto the feet, releasing into the sole of the foot, into the toes. Coming back, coming into the bind again, lifting. Walk yourself back so that your sling is vertical. Bring the bind back close to your chest. Take your right leg out to the side. Toes pointing away from you, take the leg to straight. And then dropping into your side splits, push that knee away from you. Try and keep the knee above the ankle and keep leaning out. Some of your weight is into the sling. And you want to rest onto that stretch of the muscle and the inside of the thighs. And going back up to the top, bringing that leg in, working to the other side, toes pointing away, and push the knee away, drop into the lunge again. Nice and low, taking a moment there just to feel that you're resting on the stretch of the muscles. You're not holding yourself up at all. Good. Release it back. Bring the knees in. Lift the sling open behind you. Reach up high onto the sling. Legs forward. Come into sit. So we want the sling just underneath the shoulder blades. Leaning back into it, hands onto your side of the fabric. Soften in the knees. Let the hips come down nice and low. Little swing of the hips from side to side. Good. And checking in with that left leg, lifting left knee to left elbow. And release. 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6, try and hold it up, hold that contact between knee and elbow, and then release to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6, squeeze and hold, good, and then release. Okay, elbow squeezing together, working with both knees together at the same time, lift, touch, and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6, hold it up, good, release your foot to the floor, lie back into the sling, open the arms, and just rest for a moment. You bring your hands behind your head to support the head, and let the hips swing from side to side. Okay, nice work. Reaching up onto the sling, lift yourself up. Here we come into a hip balance. So we're taking the fabric just across the top of the buttocks. To get into that, you need to soften your knees and sit back. Okay, then we're going to look to balance here. So legs out straight, chin tucked into the chest. Try and release the arms. Find the balance there. Good, nice work. If you're comfortable and happy with backward somersault, then release yourself out through the back of the hammock, down onto the mat, and come up to stand behind the sling. If somersault's not your thing, then just come forward and come around to the back of the hammock. Okay, coming down to downward dog. So same again, this time we want to keep that fabric across the front of the hips. It's more comfortable if it's a little bit lower, so push it down onto the front of the hips. Step forward with one leg and then fall down while that leg is straight. Hands to the mat, then take your front leg back and then come down to relax at the bottom of the pose, turning the hands out to the side, letting the head drop towards the floor, and just taking a moment to check in with the breath, allowing the body to breathe as it needs to, finding the weight of your arms, the weight of the shoulders. Okay, nice work. Hands onto the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. As you push yourself back, open up the legs to the side. Just exaggerate that push into the floor. Don't walk back on your hands. Just keep the hands stuck to the center of the mat, pushing away from them. Check in with the toes and draw circles with your feet. And then bringing the feet back to stall. Push through the heels, pull the toes towards you. Soften the elbows and just hold the weight on a bent arm. Good. And then pushing up straight again. Drawing a circle in the other direction with your toes now. Pushing that floor away. Bringing the feet to stall. Softening the elbows, holding the weight on a bent arm. Hold it there. Good work. Walk yourself forward. Let the feet come down to the mat. Hang the upper body, turn the arms open to the side. Okay, coming into the shoulder release, take your hands onto the mat. Walk forward till your hands are underneath the shoulders, so you're in a press-up position. Then take the left leg around to the outside, tuck your toes around and back in. The right leg around the outside and toes back in. And then walk the hands forward on the mat. And let the head drop through. Release into the shoulders, crawling the fingers forward if there's any space at the bottom. Let the head hang loose. And just feel that stretch coming from the belly, up into the chest, into the shoulders, and out into the arms. Yeah, releasing the feet down. Open up the arms to the side, come down to hang. And then if you're happy with a forward somersault, reaching up onto the sling, thumbs pointing up to the sky, bring your feet through between your hands. Remember, stay as small as you can for as long as you can. And then place the feet on the floor. Push the hands away, drop into that forward fold. If you're not familiar with forward somersault, then just come out the back and come back down into the forward fold with the hands bound in the sling. Nice work. Lifting slowly, come on up to the top. Release from the sling, shake out into the arms. Let's have a quick stretch into the back of the leg, stepping back so your arm's length away from the sling. Take the left heel up, place it into the sling. Your foot that's on the floor, turn it so it's pointing out the top of the mat. Then push through the heel, pull the toes back towards you. A nice high lift in the chest. And as you fold, let your heart come down over your knee. You can pull back on the sling to pull that straight leg into the hip, and you'll feel the stretch deepen on the back of the thigh. And exhaling, dropping in a little further. And lifting slowly. Bring your foot into the sling. Soften that back knee. Hang down into the sling. Bring just your knee through. Let your foot trail behind. And then lift yourself and step the left leg down to the mat. Bring the arms through. Adjust so that the sling is just underneath the ankle. Folding forward nice and slowly. Extend that leg backwards. And drop your hands down to the top of your mat. Bring the knee down to the mat. Let's look for a straight line here. Arms are extended into the mat. Crown of the head is pointing straight forward. Toes are pointing straight away behind. We're going to come up into bicycle. So we tuck in the bottom toes under, lifting, pull the foot in the sling towards your chest, lift the other leg, and then alternate the position of the legs. It's as if you were on a bicycle pedaling your way. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Foot to the floor. Long arms, lift the head, sit back into the release. Good, nice work. Okay, coming forward, releasing your foot, coming back, reaching up into the sling, forward, up onto your toes, and then press up to stand. Okay, behind the sling again, arms length away, lifting that right foot this time. Left toes pointing out the top of the mat. High into the chest, push that leg away to straight. Keep the chest lifted as you fold forward, keep looking past your toes. When you get to the bottom, take an in-breath, and on the exhale, drop deep into that forward fold. If there is room, pull back on the sling. Good, nice work. Lifting, come on up. Take your foot into the sling. Hop a little closer, soften the back knee. Hang into the sling, bring just the left knee through. Take your right foot down to the mat. Elbows come through. Sling to the ankle. Open up the arms and slowly soften. Hands to the top of the mat. Knee down to the mat. Looking for a straight line through the back to start. Toes pointed, straight back leg. And then tuck the bottom toes under. Lift your knee away from the floor. Pull that left knee in towards the body. Lift the right foot. And then alternate the position of the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Knee back to the floor. Nice long pull arms, lifting the gaze. Sit back into it. Keep that leg as straight as you can behind. Lifting through to the front. Release your foot. Cross the calves. Come down to sit. Just behind your sling. We're just going to do a fun way to pop back up onto our feet. Through downward dog and then onto our feet. So we're going to do a backward somersault from the floor. So reaching high up onto the sling. Bring your feet to the mat. Lie back into it. Lift the knees up through the sling. And then back down onto your feet. Good, nice stuff. Okay, let's prepare the sling for monkey hang. So opening it up to the full width and then folding into half, stroking it out to get the fabric folded through the center. And coming in from the far side of the sling, Remember, just tuck in the bum in. You just want the sling on the crease line or where the legs join the body. And then slowly softening. Lower your way down into monkey. Remember, legs are open around the outside of your knee, of your hands. Toes tuck in. If you feel you need that sense of extra safety, if you feel comfortable, then you can bring the soles of the feet together. Turn the arms open to the side. Relax into the neck. Relax into the shoulders. Okay, last little bit of work. Soles of the feet together, pull them down nice and close to the body. Hands together at your belly button, tuck up. Try and touch your heels and then release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, hold it up there. Try and keep that touch. And then soften. Release it down. Let the arms go open. Relax into it. And just taking that moment to breathe. Taking that moment to check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. If you're not feeling great, there's no harm in going up to the top, sitting for a moment, and then coming down again. Okay, turn the palms down onto the floor, just to steady yourself, and then gently swing the knees from side to side, taking some movement into the lower back and into the length of the spine. Slowing that movement down, coming back to center, and taking the hands behind your back, interlocking your fingers. Let the little fingers drop towards the floor, length out to the knuckles, arms are straight. And roll the thumbs through, press the palms away, let the thumbs drop towards the floor now. And releasing, bring the hands onto the mat, interlock your fingers, let the hands rest to the floor, and let the elbows drop towards the mat as well. Lengthen to the neck. Just rest into that for a moment. You can close the eyes, check in with the sensations in the body. Notice if you're squeezing into the sling, try and relax the inner thighs. Let that length come and allow the lower back to move. Releasing from your mind, turning the arms open to the side. And if you feel comfortable and safe, you can release one leg open. Hold that activation in the core. Don't let your leg drop away behind you. Keep pulling the leg against the fabric. Good. And then bring that leg in. Release to the other side. See how that feels. And bring it back in if you feel safe and comfortable. And we can release both legs out. Again, don't let the legs drop away behind you. Keep pulling the thighs against that fabric. And just allow the softening, allow the release. Okay, nice work. When you're ready, lifting from here, hands come up to the sling. Chin into the chest, lift, come on up, take a little bind to your knees, let the head drop forward, And just take some time allowing that blood to flow back into the body. Noticing the sensations of that. When you're ready, we can release back onto the floor. So if you want to just step forward, you can, or if you want to come through that backward somersault, remember, find your bind, let the upper body go down, nice and low, then look to bring one leg through first, onto the floor, and slowly come up to the top. Okay, preparing for Shavasana. We'll do a sit in the sling, and it's a lie back starting from a sit in the sling. So open up the sling to the full width, let go of the back side, come to the front. Tuck just your buttocks in here, so you're just sitting into the edge of the sling. Then reach back behind you. Bring all that fabric that is behind you to the front. Try and find the middle point of that. Lift your feet up and tuck the heels into the sling there. Okay, adjust so that you find the center. And then you can push your legs away. Lie back into the sling. Cross your arms on your chest. And just come to rest for a moment. Closing the eyes. Hearing the body breathe. Allowing it to breathe as it needs to at this time. Noticing your temperature. Try and feel the beating of your heart. And then come to connect with the breath. Take control of the exhale and try and make the exhale twice as long as your inhale. Hold all your awareness on your breathing and allow yourself to relax completely. Let your awareness leave your breath. Soften the knees, pull the feet towards you. Release the fabric from your feet. And throw that fabric away behind you. And then look slowly, come up to sit. Bring your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to look after yourself. A moment to thank your body for its amazing abilities. And a moment to remind yourself to look for the joy in this day. A deep, tall in-breath to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, let your chin close into your chest. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Excellent work, guys. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Thanks.